Yeah, the unique thing with the SmartBow, I mean, it's the only bow that can tune 100% to the shooter. It's quite unique to have a bow that you can put any rest on, any accessory, and you can dial it in how your preference to shoot, or your preference to shoot, or my preference to shoot. I can make the adjustments to get a perfectly clean flight arrow out of the bow.
So talk about it. You say preference, but literally my draw length's different than yours. I have a different shooting style. My shooting style's horrible. John's
Right.
rock. So it's literally everything from shooting style to preference, draw length, weight.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Everybody's a little bit different.
Yep.
I may pull the bow back and I'm going to torque it a certain way. I hand it to John. He shoots a perfect bullet hole.
Yeah.
He hands it to you. You're going to maybe have it tear completely the opposite way.
That's me.
So everybody's different. That's pretty common for Tim to tear the wrong way. So the unique thing with this system is if I have a preference to shoot a certain way, or I like to torque just a hair, not intentionally, it's just the way people are. Everybody shoots a bow a certain way. John has the ability to take that bow and tune it directly around him. So now I can get the perfect bullet hole where John may not have had it, or you may not have had it. Hand it to you, and we can make subtle, slight adjustments, and now you can have the perfect bullet hole on how you feel to shoot the bow.
We get this question all the time. What does SmartBow mean? And the reality, you know, as Jeff pointed out, is having the ability to tune the bow to the person. So why is that different than somebody else's bow? And probably one of the main differentiators is within the cam system. Everybody knows you knock an arrow, you put it on the string, you draw it back, you want to hit what you're aiming at. The problem where people have difficulty is if something different is happening within the bow system each time that you cannot change. This is the big #1 differentiator between our cam system and everybody else's. Not to say that somebody else has done tune, but we can really fine tune and hone this. So for example, you bolt the rest on, it's up front. If something weird is happening back here, it doesn't matter what you do to the rest, because this is still happening.
Yep.
We can tune through the yoke tuning, the left-right oscillation of the string. The binary inherently takes care of the vertical knock travel. So in essence, you're getting a string that's moving in a perfect horizontal and vertical plane.
So I think what you're saying here, to boil it down, because I am not an engineer and I've been shooting for a while, but not nearly as long as you guys, is if this string is moving left or right or up or down, the timing as you draw that bow back and let that go, the butt end of that arrow is just all over the place, and this isn't going to fix it. So the bus cable's up here, being able to tweak that cam lean, that's what we're talking about. Get that bowstring completely in the perfect place for perfect knock travel first, tune from there.
Yeah, we talk to a lot of professional shooters, as a lot of other folks do. And one of the common things that you hear with some of those guys, sort of the behind the scenes stuff, is people are used to using terminology, shims. They're having to shim stuff in the bow. JB Weld is something that is talked about. Why are they doing that? Because really what's happening is they're trying to modify the bow to be able to fix what we already have inherently in the system through adjustments of the cables. And it's really, really simple. If you go to the content on our webpage, it tells you what to do and how to do it, gives you an understanding of how this system works. It may seem complex at a distance, but we break it down in there very, very well to kind of understand exactly what you're doing. You can literally turn things off and on.
Yep, let me hit on that for everyone, because obviously this is a live feed, people are live. Those resources are available. What John's referring to is what we call the Bowtech University, and it's an entire playlist on our Facebook page. It's on our YouTube page, and if you go to any product pages, you can click over to each of the technologies and get to those. It's an entire series that walks you through this with great animations that were made by Jim Burnworth, another guy who really understands a lot of technical features of the bow.